Girl, I don't care what Ken says, honey. Ken is just as bothered as Martell's baby mama. And all of his anger, well, you know, he called it his passion that he was speaking with in that live. Honey, he is targeting that at Marquez, not because of this rah about Marquez being an alleged deadbeat father. Ken is targeting Marquez because Marquez's ex-wife has not totally let go of her emotions for him. I guarantee you that's what it is. And it could be something as simple as just her defending him in some sort of way against Ken. It could be something as simple as Trish just having a normal level of respect for Marquez as her ex-husband, as the father of her kids. And it also seemed like Ken may have received a call from Carlos King to hype up the show and like create a stir, because Ken was very heavy on the millimeters. And dude, you ain't even been around long enough to know a thing about the millimeters. Everything that you were saying in your live is repeated from what you've already heard. At this point, it's like they're reading a freaking script about the millimeters. And like, this has to be the weirdest cast of people on TV ever to actually have a disdain for a fan base. Like, girl, this is so remedial. It's like this storyline that was busted up on the show at the table at Kimmy and Maurice's tasting, and it continued over on Messy Mondays. Like, why are they acting like we don't already know the truth behind this story? Trisha busted it up herself when someone was in her DM, and she told them that they were just supposed to get the bag. So yeah, I think part of it is that Carlos told Ken to hype up the show, which is why Ken was like, this is my first time going live. Child, you could have saved that live, you and those ashy lips. Sitting up there fussing at women about synthetic wigs when your girlfriend had a synthetic bush sitting on top of her head in St. Thomas. And don't even get us started on the mustard yellow wig she had on at the reunion. Dude. You should have saved that, sir. And while he's sitting up there talking about some words that we need to let go of in 2025, like narcissism and crashing out, dude, I'll tell you one phrase we will never let go of, that will never get old, and that is an embarrassing, ignorant black man. That's what we've experienced from you, sir. Sitting on national TV talking about I'm a man. I take care of everything. One thing you couldn't take care of at that table was telling the truth, because you lied and then had to tell the truth all in the same conversation. You and Trish sitting there talking about y'all have known each other since 2019, 2020, 2021. Like, pick a year. Can we pick a year? That's when I knew both of y'all were lying. And when Marceau kept his foot on your neck, you had to go on and tell the truth and say that it was since 2015, 2016, but it wasn't no pre-relationship. And y'all didn't start talking until after Marquez left. Like, this is all in one conversation at this same scene at the table at Kimmy and Maurice's tasting. Now, I know y'all did not miss none of that. These two told off on themselves on the show before we even got to Marquez in the interview with Messy Monday, before we even got to Trish in the DMs. And man, let's go on and keep it real. Let's go on and tell the people why you take care of everything. Because that's the only way you could control the environment and keep Trish away from her ex-husband. And that's all I got to say about that for now. Tonight, we will be live at 6 p.m. chopping it up about old man and Dr. Heavenly and this funky Dineva stuff. Because, baby, this storyline needs to be laid out straight. Because apparently a lot of people don't know how to follow storylines. This thing was born and ended all in the same season. Right there in one scene at Kimmy and Maurice's tasting. There's no point for Ken and Trish to be back. We've already come to the end of their road.